Hey friends, my name is Christina. Thanks for joining us for Kid Point Online. Today we're exploring a book in the Old Testament called Nehemiah. It's about a prophet named Nehemiah. God helped him lead the people of Jerusalem to rebuild the city's broken wall. But Nehemiah didn't do this all by himself. He needed everyone's help. Through this story, we see that when we work together, we can do big things. Whether it's helping at home, at school, or even in our church, God wants us to be a team, just like the people who helped Nehemiah. Bottom line, God wants us to work together. Before we jump into our story, it's time to worship. So everyone stand up on your feet and let's get ready to praise Jesus.
Lately I've been reeling, watching the nightly news. Don't seem to find the rhythm, just wanna sing the blues. Feels like a song that never stops, feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So when somebody please pass the megaphone, I'll shout it on the count of three. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So when somebody please pass the megaphone, I'll shout it on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Let it move you, let it move, let it move you. Yeah, I choose. Let it move you, let it move. Joy down in my heart to stay. Joy down in my heart to stay. praises going up. For he is great, there's no one better. We're lifting Jesus up. We lift him higher and make it louder. Yeah. Come on and lift him up. For he is greater, there's no one better. We're lifting Jesus. 1, 2, 3, go. Silent or quiet, I'm gonna let it out for you. I'm giving I'm gonna shout it out. Won't be silent or quiet. I'm gonna let it out for you. I'm giving Somebody scream.
Stories of the Bible. Nehemiah rebuilds the wall. This is Nehemiah,
That's me.
who was a Jewish man who worked for a Persian king, Artaxerxes, the king of Babylon. Many of the Jews had been sent to Babylon years before because they had disobeyed God. One day, Nehemiah heard a report that the Jews who had returned to Judah were having a hard time, and that the walls of Jerusalem were broken down and the gates had been burned. This made Nehemiah sad. He didn't eat any food for days and prayed to God for the Jews. He told God he was sorry for the wrong things he and his people had done. He reminded God of his promises and that God had said, "If you obey my commands, I will gather you together again." Nehemiah asked for God to give him success as he went to ask the king for help. Nehemiah then went to do his job for the king. The king asked why Nehemiah was sad, so Nehemiah told the king about his people in Judah. Nehemiah prayed and told the king he wanted to rebuild the city of Jerusalem. He asked for letters from the king that would help him travel safely to Jerusalem and get the supplies he needed to rebuild the city. God helped Nehemiah, and the king gave Nehemiah all he asked for.
Phew.
Nehemiah went to Jerusalem and checked out the walls. He went to the people and said, "Come on, let's rebuild the wall of Jerusalem."
Let's do this.
And the people agreed and started that good work. Meanwhile, there were some officials from nearby lands who heard Nehemiah was rebuilding the wall and were upset.
Oh, man.
They laughed at the Jews and made fun of them. But Nehemiah said,
Hold on.
"The God of heaven will give us success. We serve him."
Nah, whatever.
Many Jews worked together to rebuild the wall, including the priests, men who worked with gold, a man who made perfume, leaders from nearby villages, servants, guard, traders, and daughters as well. All the people worked with all their hearts. The officials from other lands planned to fight the Jews. But the Jews prayed to God and put guards on duty day and night. Nehemiah stationed people to defend the city where it was weak. From that day on, half of the people did the work with swords at their sides, and the other half were armed to defend the people working and the city. Nehemiah reminded them, "Our God will fight for us." They worked from sunrise until the stars came out. After 52 days, the city wall was finally finished. All of Judah's enemies were afraid because they realized that God helped people finish the work. Jerusalem was large. It had a lot of room, but only a few people lived there. So God gave Nehemiah the idea to gather more people to come and live in Jerusalem now that the wall had been rebuilt. And many people returned home to Israel as God gathered his people together again. A teacher of God's law named Ezra came and read the book of the law to all people who could understand.
Yeah!
Then they worshiped God and promised to follow God's commands.